All right. Director, like I said, you are welcome. So we have the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education are also going to be part of the panelists. So DPS, you are welcome. So before we proceed, I wanted us to take a quick look at the program guide for today. Today is day 2 of our program. And like we planned, we are going to have the first session as the panel discussion. That is what we are about to witness. They are going to take us through various social protection related activities in their various ministries. Then after that, we already have breakfast. So breakfast was supposed to come after the first plenary, but we decided to have our breakfast every day at the beginning of the session so that we have some jewelers that cannot keep themselves. Okay. So after that, we're going to have the workshops, like I say, social security, and the other one is going to be on registries, farmers registry and the social registry. We will have presentations on the social security. We will have presentation by the head of the social security. What is the title? MD? Managing Director. And then we will also have an international presenter, Marco, who will be virtual. And then the second workshop will be on registries. We have three presentations there. The first one is on beneficiary registries in the agricultural sector, which is going to be led by the CPCU, Ministry of Agriculture. And then we will have a presentation on social registries, information systems, general, which is going to be handled by Johnson. He's presenting from the United States. And then we are going to have a discussion on the Gambia social registry, which will be led by the social registry manager, Phyllis Suso. Then from there, we will have lunch. I know if lunch is not there, some people will not come back. So after lunch, we will have our final session. Sorry, I'm not seeing this part of my program guide. We will have targeting, the targeting options for social protection. That will be done by Chris. Chris is in country, and he's going to take us through this particular session. That is going to be after lunch. I think I brought the last session in the breakout session. No, the emergence of social registries in the sub-region and the Gambia social registry will come after lunch. So the first, in the breakout session, the second workshop is going to be social registries and farmer registries, which is going to be handled by Marco and also the CPCU under the Ministry of Agriculture. So this is the program guide for today. We will break for tomorrow, and then when we come tomorrow, we finish up our activities. So today, this is what we have for you, and I hope we are all together to the end of the day. We are going to have very interesting presentations ahead, and I know this first plenary is also going to be a very interesting panel discussion. We want them to take us through the activities that they are doing that are related to social protection. But first of all, we would like to allow them to introduce themselves. I think it's better if they introduce themselves than if I do it on their behalf. So sorry about that, but I think I will allow you to introduce yourself. Director?
Good morning. My name is Jankoba Javi, Director of Social Welfare under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare.
Good morning to you all. My name is Jere Sanyang. I'm Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education.
Good morning. My name is Bintu Gassama, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture.
Good morning. I am Jibril Jajo, the Director of Planning and Information at the Ministry of Health.
Good morning. My name is Momodu Dewa.
Thank you so much. Can we give them a round of applause? So once again, welcome to the panel discussion. We're going to give you our ground rules. We give you 3 minutes. To discuss what social protection related activities are you doing. I place a paper in front of you. We have 3 areas to discuss. So the first one is what social protection related activities we are doing in our various ministries. First, we start with the first ministry before us. Director, Social Welfare. Can you take us through?
Thank you very much. As we all know, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare are responsible for the protection and promotion and welfare of all vulnerable groups in the country. This includes women, children, older persons, persons with disabilities, and even chronically sick people. So the activities that we engage in, first is the welfare of Gambians and refugees. This is a program that aims to reduce the vulnerability of the vulnerable groups. That is the elderly and the chronically ill. Under this program, Ministry provides cash transfer to vulnerable families and also older persons. For the elderly people, the ministry gave an amount of 1,000 to help them to sustain themselves. For the vulnerable families, ministry is giving $2,000 for each family to improve their nutritional status and also living standards. This program, now we plan to expand this program to improve upon it, because we have seen that those amounts are too little to have an impact on their lives. So we plan to, introduce and expand this into a family strengthening program, which will give an impact to the beneficiaries. Under this program, we intend to increase coverage and even the transfer value. On the family strengthening program, we intend to cover up to 3,000 beneficiaries. Previously, we cover only 150 beneficiaries under the welfare of Gambians, but we intend to improve this to cover up to 3,000 people, beneficiaries. The other area that we also engage in is at the shelter for children and elderly. Under that program, we also provide alternative care for elderly people and vulnerable children, such as abandoned babies, street children, and even victims of gender-based violence. These people are sheltered at our Bakote shelter, and the ministry provides shelter, feeding, and all their necessary needs until they are able to reintegrate them with their families for those street children. And for the elderly, some of them were homeless people, because sometimes at the hospital, they will admitted, and after discharge, they do not know where to go. So these are other vulnerable groups that we shelter at Bakote. The other area that we engage in is we provide bill waiver for chronically ill patients who cannot provide payment for their tests, even the scanning and other tests that they are supposed to do. We provide bill waiver for them to have those services free of charge from the hospital. Another area of assistance that we give is we also give assistive devices at our orthopedic unit in Banjul, where hospitals refer diabetes patients, those who have amputated at the hospital. They are referred to this workshop to provided with assistive devices, some provided with artificial limbs, assistive devices such as wheelbarrows, crutches, and other devices that help them to move. So those are activities that also ministry is engaged in. The other area that we also engage in is provide scholarships for orphans and other children who cannot afford to pay their school fees. That's another area where the ministry is engaged in. And also, of recent, we also provide training for children in conflict with the law, like those at Joshua prisons. So in order to avoid them re-offending, when they are discharged, we provide training for them, vocational training that they can benefit from to avoid re-offending, going back to prisons again. All those are areas of assist